Grand rising, good day, and good night. I hope you all are doing well. Welcome to Allah Elohim's channel. Welcome to 144 from the stars to Ra. Just a little side nugget, if you hear Allah and you're like, that sounds a lot like Allah, well, then you aren't wrong. It is connected to the Aramaic text. But anyways, the name Allah, Elohim, that I chose for God today is God of Gods. Yep, it's another one. Last time we did God of Gods, I think we did Elohe Ha Elohim. Ooh, maybe we didn't. No, because the last one we did came from the book of... Yeah, okay. Well, I just told you another one that translates to God of Gods. There's a few different ones. But anyways, this one, Allah Elohim, you can find in the book of Daniel, chapter 2, verse 47. Yay. And the totem for this message is a silly goose. And maybe you're the golden egg. I don't know. But we're going to find out. We're going to read from the book. Yeah. Shemuel Sheni, which is known as 2 Samuel. We're going to read from chapter 21. And we are going to read the first 6 verses. Then there was a famine in the days of David. 3 years, year after year. And David inquired of Yahuwah, and Yahuwah answered, it is for El Shaul, and for his bloody house, because he slew the Gibeonim. And the king called the Gibeonim and said to them, now the Gibeonim were not of the children of Yashar El, but of the remnant of the Everim. And the children of Yashar El had sworn 7 oaths to them. And Shaul sought to slay them in his zeal to the children of Yashar El and Yehuda. Wherefore David said to the Gibeonim, what shall I do for you? And wherewith shall I make the atonement, that ye may bless the inheritance of Yahuwah? And the Gibeonim said to him, we will have no silver nor gold of Shaul, nor of his house. Neither of us shall you kill any man in Yashar El. And he said, what ye shall say, that will I do for you. And they answered the king, the man that consumed us, and that devised against us, that we should be destroyed from remaining in any of the coast of Yashar El. Let 7 men of his sons be delivered to us, and we will hang them up to Yahuwah and Givah of Shaul, whom Yahuwah did choose. And the king said, I will give them. I am reading from the Sefer. I have the Millennium Edition. That is the Bible I read from. All right. Thank you all so much for being here. Thank you all for being the golden egg. Thank you all for realizing your enemy is a silly goose. This is going to be a follow-up of some energies. Oh, and fortunately, this time, if I happen to astral sight or remote view on a particular group or energy again, they're not going to be able to see me. Yeah, so some things have shifted. It ain't going to be like last time, motherfuckers. Hell nah. We coming in even stronger because y'all some silly gooses. They don't even realize that they've lost. Whew. All right. Okay. What do you want them to know about the silly goose? What do you want the collective to know? Judgment. They're under judgment. All right. So, in the live event that I hosted, which will then be re-uploaded into like 4 parts, because it was like over 2 hours of a recording. So I'll break it down into bite-sized chunks, like 30 minutes a piece or something like that. There was a point in time where I was tapping into an energy and spirit wouldn't let me see something. And I knew that that was just for that moment, but that, there would come a time when spirit would let me know a little more information. And they did. They did. Yeah, they did. So some of the things that were done on my account, because I was attacked by someone that is attacking you, collective. So I stopped the recording and I went and I did what I do. Now, I'm still learning. I've only been a practitioner for like less than a year, really, in this incarnation, anyways. But it's my path to do so. Not everyone's path is the same, so if you've got judgment, you should probably just keep it to yourself. It's not wise to judge others. Okay? Cool. So in my path, I'm meant to, one, be this messenger. I'm meant to be a teacher. I'm also meant to be a spiritual warrior. And part of that includes being a practitioner of some things in order to help protect and save others in the collective. It's just because of who I am and what I am. I'm a particular kind of angel reincarnated. So anyways, majority of what almost all of it, they can't get off of them. They can't transfer it. And I also learned some things. So now I know how to do some things even better. So we're not done with AS. And the only thing they were able to like return or send back or get off of them was just a small little smidge of some anger. And that was a good lesson for me. I learned some things and I learned how to further make that unable to happen again. So we're going to revisit this in a few days. I'm probably going to be following this for a few days leading up to until they all completely meet their demise. This whole group needs to go down. And I have a feeling that some of you who watch other readers, they may actually be able to pick up on, if you watch a reader and they tap into this same group of people that I've recently tapped into, you may be able to get double confirmation from this other reader that there is a change. And yeah, there's some hands in it. There's some hands in it causing this change. There's some hands causing the tower. If you look at the tower card, there's like hands of the divine and stuff that crack the tower open and everybody goes coming out and it's like destruction and change. Yeah, there is a hand on this. There is deliverance and there is the execution of God's judgment. So in some things that I have learned, there's going to be some further acts that are done in faith, in the name and will of God against these perpetuators of evil, because, part of my mission is to be at spiritual war. I know that doesn't resonate with everyone. That's just fine. I really don't need the advice of telling me, stop trying to do this. You don't need to do all that. Don't tell me what to do. You're not God. Okay. And my assignment is different. So I appreciate you. Thank you for your concern, but I also don't need it. Not that. Yeah. No, don't tell me what my mission is. Or what my path is. That's irrelevant to you, right? So everybody's got their own. Let's just focus about our own 2 feet and where they're headed towards, God leading us. So anyways, I want you to know that some things that were sent their way, they are unable to get off of them and they're unable to identify where they come. And the only reason why they were able to send a little bit of the anger back is because in the reading where I accidentally remote viewed on a group of people that were attacking you, collective, they saw me in the astral. And that gave them just a little bit of like a target. And some of the anger that I sent, unfortunately, did have some little bit of my energy in it, which I'm learning not to do that. So then they were able to send a portion of that back to that portion of me that they saw in the astral. I don't need to explain all of how magic and stuff works, but That is how they were able to do that. But the other stuff, they weren't able to get off of them at all. And now when I hit them harder, and further and continue, like, I mean, we've got them stumbling a little bit, so we're going to keep them, like, we're not going to allow them to catch their footing. We're going to take them down. We're done. I'm done with them. I'm done with them existing. I'm tired of, like, whoever, whatever, wherever. I don't give a fuck. They shouldn't be here on our earth. This is our earth. And yeah, I'm going to go ahead and take this on as an assignment, and we're going to take them down. So, like I said before, this is more than just a tarot reading. I'm more than just a reader. Okay. I don't just read energy. I also care, and I do things about the readings for energies that I read on. So some of the things that they are unable to do is, one, they don't know who I am. Two, they don't know where or what. So they're not able to identify me, and they have lost their sight. So even though I'm going to do further things to protect myself when I continue to do what God instructs me to do, it's not entirely necessary, but it is good training and practice for me, because I'm sure they're not my only, when they're down, God's going to give me another assignment, and it might be more challenging. So we'll get there when we get there. But they've lost their sight, and they're not even aware of that. They've lost gifts and abilities, and they're not even aware of that. And whoever is out there in the collective that's being attacked by these people, these individuals are projecting, like, they're trying to promote this energy within their victims in the collective, that they are powerful, that they have great numbers, that they have lots of power, they have a lot of influence, they have a lot of control, that they can do a lot more than what they actually can do. After I attacked them, and then they kind of like countered a little bit after that, I realized how weak they actually are. And it kind of surprised me. And I talked with Spirit, and I was like, well, can't they just do this? And they were like, no. And I was like, well, I can. And they were like, that's because of what you are. And that's because of this, that, and the other. And I don't even reveal too much about myself. And I was like, so you mean to tell me they can't even do this, that, and the third? And they were like, no. they're not that strong. They're just projecting this energy on the collective to make them think that they have all this power that they really don't, and they don't even realize how much they just lost. Now, the energy that I sent is gaining momentum, and there's also going to be some help. It's not just going to be me doing it. There's going to be angels. There's going to be gods, goddesses, other deities, other energies, other beings of God. It's a network. We're at war, basically. So it's not me. Don't glorify me. Glorify God. It is only by God that I'm even able to do the things that I do. So anyways, some of the things that were sent that they aren't able to locate, identify, reverse, undo, transfer, there's no return to senders. There's no transferring this energy. It's bound to them. It's stuck to them. There's some things that are, because it is such a big energy and it is such a big manifestation, we are going to see this probably really it's a two-part. We're going to see the first half of something completely be done by the new moon. And that is going to finalize the grief and the loss that they're all about to experience. Everybody that's connected to this group is going to experience a massive grief and loss. It's going to be devastating. They're going to lose a lot. They're going to lose a lot. Then by the next full moon after this coming up new moon, that's when we're going to see the full peak manifestation of the other half of the energy work that's being done. And this is going to change the physical reality. It's going to change their reality. It's going to change their life. There is going to be a lot of judgment, a lot of exposure, a lot of things coming to light. There's going to be convictions. There's going to be arrests. There's going to be a lot. It's going to be a lot. It's going to hit them like a fucking truck. So yeah, this first card that came out was Temperance. And this is the message from Spirit to you all. Whoever you guys are that are being attacked by these individuals, this group that I've now came aware of, and now I'm involved. I'm in the ring with y'all, and I'm combating these energies too, because and look, it just is what it is. I want y'all to know to do your best to get in Temperance energy. You may have already started to experience a bit of relief from if this is your reading, and this is the group of people that's attacking you. I mean, this is a collective reading. So, it might resonate for someone, might not resonate for someone else. But the group that I'm have found, and we are now combating, me and spirit and angels and others are working against. This is part of my assignment. You may already start, as of today, starting to notice a little bit of pressure off you, a little bit of relief. That is going to continue up till by this new moon. You are really going to see a gradual increase of this weight and this burden being lifted up off of you. So things are going to start changing for you for the better. And I want you to get in temperance energy because they're pissed. They're pissed that in their words, a high-ranking Earth angel is attacking them, and they're pissed that they can't do what the high-ranking Earth angel that's attacking them can do. That's their words. That's their thinking. You know, that's not me talking about myself. That's them talking about me. So, and others, like others, not just me involved. Let me make that very clear. But I'm not going to speak names and stuff into existence that don't need to be, right? So, F around, find out day. We are many. We are one. Okay, so there's a retaliation that's going on where they can't get this stuff off of them and they feel it. And they also don't even realize that they are severely weakened. Already, there's that manifestation of them being weakened. Now, by the new moon, that'll be completely done. It'll be completely stripped of a lot of things. A lot of things will be stripped of it. And you may already notice that there may be people that are involved in this group, and there may be things already popping off. Things along the lines of like maybe they're losing their job. Maybe they're having issues with this. Maybe they're starting to experience problems. And yes, this is part of that judgment that's being manifested. And this is really going to take full effect over the next course of the new moon and the full moon, depending on what energy it is that's manifesting. So they are retaliating because they're pissed. For one, they don't know who I am. They can't locate me. They can't find me. They don't know what's even hitting them necessarily. And they're now spiritually blind. So they can't even, which really surprised me how much abilities they don't have. Like the way they were fucking like walking around like they had the biggest D in the world. Like you would have thought they had some like big energy, but they actually couldn't back that up. A lot of that was a front and a mask. And it kind of shocked me how weak they actually are when I realized they can't do this, they can't do that, they can't do the other. And I was like, damn, then what the fuck? Like, okay, then we really have the upper hand here. And that's when Spirit was like, yeah, you guys really do have the upper hand. Yeah, you guys. Yeah, I'm not working alone. But anyways, so I need y'all to be in temperance energy about this. Deflect the energy because you guys are the high priestesses. You know this judgment is coming for them. I've already, as your reader, part of my role being a reader, have told you how the energy is already going to start playing out and manifesting in reality. So you can go ahead and start to see that there is judgment happening on them and that they're projecting, they're fronting, their dog's barking, but they can't back it up with the bite. There's this universe. This is going to close out a major cycle. Okay. So the part of this retaliation is they are trying to project out of anger because they're in anger and there's a lot of energy that was sent to them that they can't get off of them and it's getting them all irritated and riled up and there is a bit of discord amongst themselves. They're kind of combating with each other. They tried to summon a fucking demon, and one of the things that this demon is known for is breaking up relationships, revenge, sexual immorality, breaking up marriages. Like that's what this particular demon is known for. Some of you may know what I'm talking about. There's no need to speak the name into existence right now. But so that is actually attacking them. And it's causing problems in this whole group, this whole network, this cult, this coven, whatever the fuck you want to call it, this Mason Lodge or whatever. This is causing a lot of problems for them. And they aren't even they're not on good terms with each other. And they're very mad. They're angry. They're irritated. Like it's really aggravating to them. And they have this heaviness and this pressure and this irritation on their chest, on their heart chakra. And some of you, just hearing me talk about this, you might be able to recognize, wait a minute, I recognize that energy. Yeah, because that was shit that they were sending to y'all. Okay? That shit, absolutely not. It's bound to them. They shouldn't be doing that. So out of this irritation and this frustration and this aggression and aggravation that they are feeling, they're trying to retaliate and part of the reason why they want to do this is they want to try to gain control. But first, they got to do illusion, like smoke and mirrors, because they don't actually have it. It's a lie. And part of how they're going to try to do that, and that's why I'm giving you this heads up now, is by projecting a lot of emotional energy to make others that they are attacking in the collective feel like overwhelmed, feel like whatever is your enemy is bigger and badder and stronger than they really are. Think of like how an animal will make its hair stand up and arch itself to make itself look bigger than it really is. Like it's a common tactic, right? And just nature itself. They are scared. It's what it really is, and they're pissed. They're so fucking mad because they've not really experienced this before, not like this. And it's hitting them really hard, and it's going to continue. You know, now that I've got them blind, spirits got them blind. They've been smited with blindness in the name of God, and you know they're kind of stumbling and they're getting mad and they're turning on each other. I'm not going to stop swinging, and neither is anyone else that I'm working with. We're going to keep hitting them, keep hitting them, keep hitting them until they fall. They completely fall. I don't want them to get back up, period. And they've been doing spell work and this ritualistic kind of magic for a while. I mean, this is an organized group that's been systematically targeting for years and getting away with it. And they have a lot of money. They're not going to any, I'm like, bro, well, no, there's some things going to level out, but they're under a lot of judgment. And do not give into the fear. Do not give into the fear mongering. Do not give into the intimidation. Do not think for a second that they actually have power to do the things that they're sending. It's an illusion. It's emotional projection. If you have been feeling like anxiety or anxiousness or some kind of like it's emotional based. All they're able to do is project emotional based energy. They're not able to do anything further than that. And they're trying to use these emotions to perpetuate this illusion that they are something that they're not. And they actually don't fully realize how much they have lost and how much weaker they are. They're so overwhelmed by the attack and the energy that they can't get off of them and they can't even locate where the fuck it's coming from. They like, bruh, I'm telling you, they're getting it. They're really getting it. And good. I'm glad they are, because this is a group of fucked up, corrupted evil. I mean, just the say it for what it is. The things that they have done, the things that they have been doing, and the things that they were willing to continue to do to people, they needed to be stopped. They needed to be stopped. And, this isn't something that you can go to, like, you can't call the authorities and expect them, like, what are you going to do? They're doing rituals and they're a cult and they do magic. Like, there's no system in our world to handle that kind of justice. So God sent angels on earth, and there's earth angels that have gifts and abilities. And a lot of us are waking up, and there's assignments around the world to combat this energy, because we're not battling flesh and blood. We're battling principalities and powers in high places. I don't even like saying high places, because, like, no, we're going to take them down a notch, and they're not as in high of a place as they want others to believe. It's a front. Think of like social media, how you can't believe everything you see on social media. It's similar. You can't believe everything that they're trying to make you feel. They're just trying to make you feel some type of way. It's an illusion. It's a front. It's a mask. I need y'all to have the discernment and maintain temperance energy. Okay? So take that shit off, dust it off, do some cleansing, do some like return energies, backhand this shit right back. And yeah, make yourselves, I can't say too much because I'm not trying to give enemies information to get better at attacking people. So, unfortunately, I can't share too much knowledge because, knowledge is sacred and secret for a reason. Initiates will understand it and unlock it. So there is a encoded telepathic energy that is in here, and you can pick up on it if you're ready for it. And that will help you in astral. That will help you with this energetic battle, and how to make things a certain way to where it can't be combated by the enemy. They're kind of just stuck with it and they have to face it. Ace of Wands and the Four Swords. And this is the action that's being done. These acts of judgment are going to put this to rest, is going to close out this cycle. You guys should already be experiencing some relief. The main thing that I have been doing is just attacking the enemy, essentially. I haven't been doing much yet to promote wellness and positivity on those in the collective that are affected by this, but this is something I will do here soon. I'm just right now, they got hit pretty hard one good time. They took it to the chin. They're stumbling a little bit. They're looking around. They're getting mad. They're getting scattered. I want to keep hitting them a few times. And then when I'm done doing that, I will make a moment to send positive energy to you all that are being affected by this. So that way we can speed up this recovery time of where they have been perpetuating and oppressing those in the collective. Y'all don't deserve that. Like, fuck them. For real, I love y'all, but fuck them. Okay? So we're going to put this to rest. I want you to know you do have serious help. You have serious help. This is real. This isn't a fucking like publicity stunt. This isn't me trying to like, oh, look how many gifts and abilities. I'm so powerful. Send me a donation. I don't give a fuck about that. This is for the love of God. And this is for the glory of God. And I want to also like use this as an example. This is what we can do in God, in the name of God. So pray up, stay prayed up. Those of you that have been helping, I'm not going to say your name. I'm not even going to speak your energy in my mouth. So that way a cross watcher could try to pull and figure out who in the collective has gifts and abilities. Let me go ahead. Nah, fuck that. Just, with a little bit of a shield of energy over this. So that way it can't be like traceable. I just want y'all to know, thank you. Thank you. It is noted. I have picked up on it. I have picked up on the individuals and the intentions that you guys have been putting out to help. And thank you. And those of you that have been attacked by this group and you've been on the offense too, yeah, say less, right? Like, we're going to get them. We got them. I want to get them so overwhelmed because, like, look at what they were doing. Look at what they were doing. The fact that people in the collective were getting overwhelmed and burdened, like, how dare an earth angel be made to cry? And some of you are angels. Some of you listening to this, you are high-ranking angels as well. You are ascended masters. You're royalty. You have, you have an important calling over your life, and that's part of your light is the reason why you were being targeted, and they don't have it, so they have to take it. I don't know if any of you have seen